What up, nerds who wants to see a mutant survival guide? It's me, Creeper Dildo, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to survive the mutants. So firstly, we're going to need to get ourselves to survival mode, because if you're in creative mode, then obviously you don't need a survival guide, you just need some subjects. You need some test subjects, aka your friends. So this is a guide for most of your friends. So, firstly, we're going to be covering the ocean mob first, the mutant drowned. So firstly, let's just send our spawn point here, because we're going to have to probably die to be able to spawn this thing in. Or, we could just find one, which we're just going to spawn one in. Okay, die. Kill me. Kill me. Okay, good. So, first thing you'll have to notice, he keeps on noticing you, and he throws his trident at you. And that's bad when you're swimming, because... And also, I guess he goes up here, but except for, the thing is, you can die from this, because he could break blocks, and then he could throw his trident at you. But in other words, he can't get to you if you're either in an ice spikes biome, or any other thing, like, in any surface area, he can't get to you unless he climbs up here like he just did. And another thing, if you were to try to swim, then you have to try and, like, swerve, because, as right now what I'm doing, you have to also not be close to him, because then you're gonna get instantly killed. So what I recommend is to not be that close to him. If you do spot one, do not try and pet it or anything. You have to try and run away to the near shore of land, because it's most likely that you're going to die from this thing. The only reason I would fight this thing is for all the loot drops. So, all you have to do to avoid this thing is to run. Is to just run, not into an ocean. You have to try and get onto land, and then he won't be able to get to you. Because mostly, he can't get to you if you're, like, let's say in an ice spikes biome, or like ice biome in general, and in any sort of biome. He can get up to you if you, like, let him get close enough to the surface. He will, like, if you're not in his vision, he will most likely get up onto the surface and start killing you. So yeah, that's a mutant drowned. Just the tips are, just don't be too confident. Try and avoid him when you're swimming in an ocean, and if you do spot him, try and get to the nearest land possible. Now we're going to be covering the mutant creeper. I remember, I need to get myself into survival mode. So the mutant creeper will immediately target you. All you have to do is just run away, and he will do those explodey things, so don't get near him. And when he summons his creeper minions, his creeper minions are either fast... See, he's doing his explosion. And look at that, he broke ice, now he's in water. Make sure to lure him to water, or like any like ice related thing that's like on the other end of his water, because then he's gonna have a disadvantage of not being that quick. But his his creeper minions will literally be able to outrun him. Yeah, and they could easily kill you. So when the creeper minions are out, do not get too confident on trying to kill them, because they explode as hard as a creeper of a actual creeper, I believe. They explode like almost as hard as a creeper, a normal creeper. And it looks like if he tries to explode, get away as quickly as possible, like what he's doing right now. He's trying to explode, but of course I got hit. But make sure he's in water, because then he cannot hit you, like, because in Bedrock Edition, there's a known feature where if something's in water and it explodes, then it can't hurt you. Now, I learned that myself from Bedrock. Anyway, he cannot explode, as an example. See, look, if I were to get inside of here, they only explode. They do provide the knockback. See, look, that nerd... Oh my god. That nerd literally... Okay, well, I did explode because one of them was on land. One of them was on land, so that's how I died. Do not try this at home, kids. Do not try to explode yourself. Yep, see? Don't get too confident as well. If you get too confident and go near him, he could hit you. Same for his little creeper minion friends. Like, see, like, look. A creeper minion snuck up on me. You know, these nerds. they can't have a dent into me because they're in water. And also because they're nerds. I mean, come on. And don't get close to him. He could hit you. He could hit you, just like this. See, look, hey, no, he killed me. So don't get near him. Run away if possible. Don't get near his explosions unless he's in water. Then you could get as close as you want, but not too close to him. And make sure his creeper minions don't sneak up behind you, because they are tiny and they can sneak on you. They could sneak up on you. So that's my advice for dealing with a mutant creeper. Now, for the mutant piglen, just wear gold armor if you want to avoid him. If you don't want to avoid him and want to fight him, then you need to make sure to have good gear, and also make sure to dodge his projectiles. But except for, you're going to need to be very far if you want to be able to have a chance to dodge his projectiles, because his projectiles go pretty far. But the mutant piglen brute, he's another story. You can mostly only find him in bastions, so advice for not dealing with him is to not go to a bastion, but if you do want to deal with him, or like kill him, or the mutant piglen in general, all you have to do is just lure him to lava, see if you could push him inside, because look, I could push him, but when I hit him, I don't deal any knockback to him. So you need to make sure to push him into lava, and he'll be able to die. But if you want the drops, you're gonna need to do it hand to hand, which I don't know. I guess you just do it from afar with a bow and arrow. Then he won't be able to reach you. When you kill him, eventually with the bow and arrow, then he's gonna be able to drop some good stuff. But for the mutant piglen, he's most likely the most dangerous one because of his ranged attack. He can attack you from very far away, most likely more accurate than your bow, because he has aimbot. Next, we got the mutant zombie. Now, you're gonna need a bucket, my kids. Not my kids, my learners, my nerds. So, firstly, he'll immediately spot you on sight, and don't die like how I did, and also don't get shot by the mutant piglen when you spawned him in. We're dealing with the mutant zombie, not with mutant piglins and mutant creepers like over here. Awkward, I'm gonna die again. And how did I survive that? You know what, I'm just gonna cut here. For the mutant zombie, you're gonna need to try and get the high ground. Yeah, you're gonna need to try and get the high ground. Like, let's look at me in the high ground. Look, he can't reach me. But except for he could do a roar, which can knock you back. But another thing to learn, let's say if you actually, oh no, I tripped, and now I'm down here. Get water! Get water! See, look, he just got negated from there. But don't go to the ocean, because he could swim in the ocean. Just get as much water as possible, so that they could just make sure to flank him and don't be in an open area. Because, see, look, the water proved to be useful. Now he's most likely stuck. He can't reach me. But let's just replace the water to a good area that he can't get to. See, look, he can't get to me because of the flow of water. But he could move his way somewhere else. Like, look, he's trying to do it. And he succeeded in hitting me. So don't get too near him, or else he'll roar. He'll roar like a dog. Just make sure to bring water. And the good thing is he's stupid and he's using ice. So he can't get me unless he does the roar. Because he's in ice and he has to swim towards me. And he could potentially... See, look, his little zombie minions. And look, he's getting hurt by something else. I don't know what it is. But except for, let's say you don't have water. If you don't have water, I suggest running away. The battery power. The battery power. Anyway, the next mob we're gonna dealing with, aka Pain, is the mutant skeleton. I don't know why I speak like that, but this is the mutant skeleton. I need to spawn him in. This is a mutant skeleton, which I'm in creative mode. I need to get survival mode so I can get kicked. See, look, he of course, almost all these mutants can one-hit kill you. And, yeah, Mutant piglen. I hate these nerds. Anyway, for the mutant skeleton, he has 2 lives. 1, 2. If you kill him. If you manage to kill him once, then he'll have a 2nd life. Which makes him like 3 times stronger because his health is way, way more. So, yeah, I learned from experience. Yeah, so you better subscribe. Anyway, so a tactic to deal with the mutant skeleton if you want to run away. Don't just run away in a straight line. He'll just shoot you and you'll die. So I suggest, like, let me just put an example. Hopefully I'm able to, like, see, look. Oh, great, I actually spawned that. Just don't get shot by any arrow. So you need to, like, dodge and weave, dodge and weave. If he manages to hit you once, then that's a bad thing. See, look, they're all shooting me. See, look, I barely dodged that one. See, look at how much skeletons I'm dodging. Except for that one. If he does his, like, spamming attack, you have to keep on over here. Don't do what I did. You have to make sure to keep on going without stopping. And then once he stops that thing, which, if you encounter 3, then you're most likely dead when you try to dodge and weave. Because they could all, like, do a spam attack each time. Like, when one finishes it, then the other can. So if you're dealing with 3 mutant skeletons, it's going to be kind of hard to dodge. But you're still able to dodge. So anyway, if you want to fight him, then it's most likely recommended to go down here. Let me just get to survival mode. To go down here, let me just let them attract me. To go down here and start not hitting them, you have to use a bow for that. So just look at what I did, and this time use a bow. Now I'm not going to be talking about the variants, like the mutant wither skeleton. The mutant wither skeleton is literally, like, almost unkillable. When you get him to his 2nd phase, he's going to be able to fire wither skeleton skulls at you. They give lots and lots of wither for a big amount of time, and that wither is big enough that I could kill a full netherite player with enchanted gear with full health. And how I know it's because I had, like, 3 lines of health, got hit by it, and then I died. So, anyway, we're not going to be going through the variants, except for a few variants. The mutant husk, he's basically the mutant zombie, but gives you hunger. The lava zombie, basically the mutant skeleton, you just have to dodge and weave. But except for one thing that the lava zombie doesn't have is that spam attack. Bouldering zombie, same as a mutant zombie, but except for he could climb. The mutant zombie pigmen, just don't bother it. And if you do want to get the gold drops, I suggest not doing it to the zombie pigman. I suggest trying to get the drops from the mutant piglen. He usually gives more, unless you want a pile of rotten flesh. But he's basically like the mutant zombie. Same for the piglen mutant brute. Just except for he's fireproof, so you can't throw him in fire or lava. So yeah. Now here's mobs that I suggest having pets of. The mutant iron golem, you could feed him iron ingots and he'll become your friend, aka letting it way easier to kill mutants. I also suggest the mutant wolf being a pet because then he can, like, kill stuff as well. And you could ride him. Let me give you an example of riding. But first, you're gonna need to tame him with, of course, bones. When you tame him with bones, he's of course gonna like you, and so you can mount him. And all of them have basically the same speed. But except for, well, actually, I don't even know anymore. It's probably either just lag or he's just bad. Well, they probably have different speeds, but I'm not a dog whisperer, okay? Now, I also suggest also the mutant axolotl and the endolotl because they're both also pets. The spider pig, you can also ride, hopefully. I've only seen a YouTube video of someone riding it, so I'm gonna go test that out. I'm also learning something new. And he also spawns lots of cobwebs, so I suggest not provoking him. Don't provoke him, make him as a friend. But except for if you want free cobwebs, then I suggest you probably provoke him, but let him start spawning some cobwebs in, and then kill him, and then you get free cobwebs. It's as simple as that. You get free cobwebs. Yeah. And for the mutant snow golem, I also suggest taming it. And for the spider pig, if you don't want to, if you do want to attack it, it's basically like every mob except for it just does more damage. Just it's easy to kill. See, look how much hit kill it is with a netherite sword to kill this thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, actually, I don't even. Okay, good. Well, actually, that's probably just because that he was tamed. Let's see about an untamed one. 3, 4, 5, 6. See, an untamed one is 6, and a tamed one is 11. And same ranges for the dogs. Same for the dogs, like, the unmutant ones, they have about, like, less health than the tamed ones, which has the same health as a player. So they're basically as vulnerable as you. Now, I'd also suggest getting the creeper eggs. They're very cute. You have to, but except for you're gonna need to wait a long time, which you're gonna need to also kill a mutant creeper, which is gonna be difficult. But you could use a bow, which, yeah, just use a bow. Mutant Enderman, you should just go near water. Go near water. Here, let me just go survival. When he's there, he's always vulnerable at you, and he provokes other Endermen. So get to water if you don't want him to attack you. But, except for if you pull him inside water, you'll most likely be safe as well. And don't let some creeper hit you onto land. I am so confused there. And why is my game laggy? How did he kill me in water? That didn't happen usually. That was weird. But for Enderman, if you want to avoid them, just go near water, I said. I definitely didn't say just don't go near water. Go near water if you don't want him to attack you. If you do want to attack him, most likely, you're probably gonna need good gear. Same for all the other mutants. If you want to attack them, you're gonna need good gear. So yeah, that basically covers it for our mutant survival guide. Hope you all enjoyed the video and found some of this useful. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.